stored in Data Cloud? So there are many questions related to this. So we'll get into this topic today and understand what are all the objects supported by Data Cloud. Before getting into the actual topic, just a quick intro about myself. If you are coming to this channel for the first time, I've also kept a dedicated video about myself, who I am, and it's an introduction video. You can go and check it out. I'll keep it in the iCard. And these are the details about me. Like, I'm working as a solution architect in entity data, and I'm a 7-time certified Salesforce consultant, then Trailhead double star ranger, and I'm also an Agent Blazer legend. Here are some of the social handles that I have: LinkedIn, Twitter or X, and the YouTube channel which you are watching this video on. And I also have a Slack channel where you can join, and I'll be providing you more about updates about Marketing Cloud, Data Cloud, and Agentforce as and when there is a new update or a new release, or if I am working on something which I wanted to notify to the community, I'll be informing that in that channel. And that's a complete personal channel that I am keeping, and I wanted my community team to join that. With that said, and you can also see my Trailhead URL here. You can also follow me there. And I'm also an active member, part of Marketing Cloud, Data Cloud related groups. And if you have any questions related to that, I'll be one of the person to answer your questions. And yeah, with that said, we'll start our discussion with a quote. Usually that is the way I usually start any new video. So yeah, like, in learning you will teach, and in teaching you will learn. A very good quote, right? Usually while learning or while teaching someone, we will get an opportunity to learn maybe something new from them. Or while teaching, we will, in the teaching process itself, just to share the knowledge, you might upgrade yourself with something new or some new updates, right? So that it's a very good quote, and this is written by Phil Collins. And these are some of the community contributions that I have done so far in the community, starting with some community events which are like in-person events, like Bengaluru Dreaming. Most of you, whoever are my followers, know me from this particular event. It's very special to me, where I presented a topic on Marketing Cloud Growth Edition. Then MC Square, where we discussed about next gen personalization in Marketing Cloud. And then there are a lot of community sessions virtually, which I have presented, and some of them are recorded and some of them are not. And one such recording, maybe one such session is like study group for Marketing Cloud Associate certification. So here are some guest blogs where I have given my inputs and maybe some details around Marketing Cloud engagement and future of Marketing Cloud. And this is again an extended slide related to the same. Recently, I did present something on Agent Blazer Challenge, which is like champion and innovator. There is one more session planned in the roadmap related to Agent Blazer Legend coming up next month. And recently, I also presented on RAG process in Salesforce Data Cloud. And this is in global community, global bootcamp community. But unfortunately, no recording available at the moment. And yeah, there are a few sessions lined up. And if you are following me on Slack channel, you will get an immediate update as and when the event gets scheduled. And I'm also actively participating in Each One Teach One. If you don't know what this is, it's a trailblazer chain. You can learn any new topic from the experts, and once you are aware of the knowledge that you have gained, you can share it with the rest of the community, any of the trailblazer who is interested to learn on the same topic what you have learned. So that is the overall initiative, Each One Teach One. Then this is an upcoming session which is scheduled for this weekend, that is September 27th, uh, India time around 5 to 6:30 p.m. IST. Whoever is interested to know more on zero copy data federation in Data Cloud, you can feel free to register for this session. And this is the URL, and this is being presented on global bootcamp group, virtual group. And whoever is interested, please do register. Yeah, as I said, we are in episode 10. We'll start with an introduction of SFMC stories and then Marketing Cloud next, and a roadmap to Marketing Cloud implementation. Then hyperscale data world. What is this? And maybe objects in Data Cloud. This is our core topic for today. Then data streams, data object type, categories, data field types, and we'll conclude with the data ingestion flow, and maybe a quick demo on the platform to make you understand or navigate towards the objects. What are all objects we have? Okay, if you are coming back to this channel, then you can skip maybe another 5-10 seconds, where I'll be discussing about the introduction about my brand, that is SFMC Stories. But if you are very new, please do stay back and listen, as this is my brand and how it got started, and what I'm currently doing with this brand. So SFMC Stories is actually started as a website, and you can see the website link over here. And it was started in 2023, where I'm the author on this particular website. I'll be providing details on Marketing Cloud engagement from basics, with features, implementation, use cases, and best practices. And recently, I have started giving some details on Marketing Cloud next as well. And maybe if you wanted to know more about Marketing Cloud, you can just subscribe to this particular site, and also follow me on LinkedIn to get immediate updates on as soon as I post any such blogs or anything on this site. On this site, you will get a notification in LinkedIn post. I'll be publishing the as a post in LinkedIn and also in X. So the future plan is to include some certification study guide, then separate contents based on product, like Marketing Cloud, Account Engagement, Growth Edition, and Advanced Edition, which I have already started for overall, like Marketing Cloud Next itself, which covers topics on Growth and Advanced Edition combined. So yeah, like if you are new to this terminology, Marketing Cloud Next, this is a buzzword in Marketing Cloud ecosystem. Maybe you guys might be using Marketing Cloud engagement, account engagement, but the future of Marketing Cloud will be with Next. So where you are going to work on an agentic marketing, where an agent can support you on the marketing process. And there are a lot of upgrades related to this product, and this is Salesforce owned product. It's an hybrid of both Marketing Cloud engagement and account engagement. All the best features available in those legacy products has been brought into this new product. And maybe you can expect few more updates in the upcoming Dreamforce in October. So with that said, again, a core foundation to understand Marketing Cloud Next is Data Cloud. You should have knowledge on Data Cloud, Salesforce. To upskill yourself, you should again start learning Salesforce first, at least basics of Salesforce, and you should have admin knowledge at least on Salesforce. And then you should then go to Data Cloud, understand the basic concepts of Data Cloud and how it supports marketing. And then that is the stage. Once you know these things, then you are ready to understand Marketing Cloud Next, which comprises of Growth Edition and Advanced Edition. So similar to whatever we had in engagement and account engagement, like Premium Edition, Enterprise Edition, Professional, Corporate, Advanced Edition. So similar to that, Marketing Cloud Next is the product name. under which you will see two different editions, growth edition and advanced edition. And this marketing cloud next itself is called as marketing cloud encore. Okay, so don't get confused with these terminologies. And yeah, we'll continue with our session for today and discussion for today. So this is the roadmap to implement marketing cloud next. Starting with setting up marketing tool, configuring data, user assignment, compliance management, channel setup, web tracking, reporting and analytics, people and account scoring, and AI features. So we are currently in the second step, configuring data, where we are discussing about data cloud in detail, and how data cloud is supported to marketing cloud next. So before getting into that, we should also understand what is data cloud and how it works. So that is why I'm keeping a series of sessions on data cloud, maybe some dedicated sessions on data cloud. And this is one such session where I'll be discussing about data cloud alone. And you can see the color coding here, Salesforce Data Cloud, and the combination of Salesforce and Data Cloud. Okay, so first we'll discuss about data. Like, how many of you have wondered with these terminologies, like what is data cloud and how it is different from a data lake, data warehouse, or a data lake house? Many of us might be in this state in our initial stage while learning what is data cloud. Or even today, when someone asks you this question, whether data cloud is a warehouse or a lake house or a lake, most of you will be baffled to answer that question. So this slide is dedicated to that, and by end of this slide, you will be able to give a proper answer whether data cloud is a data lake, data warehouse, or a data lake house. So first of all, we'll understand what is a data lake. A data lake is actually a centralized repository that ingests and stores large volume of data in its original form. Okay, so underline this terminology. It's in its original form, your data gets stored. And some well-known use cases will be like streaming media, finance, healthcare, and omni-channel retailer, or IoT related, where you want to get a subscription-based streaming companies where they collect and process insights on customer behavior, which they may use to improve their recommendation algorithm. And in finance, maybe investment firms use the up-to-date market data, which is collected and stored in real time, to efficiently manage portfolio risk. So there are many such use cases which you can think of where data lake is used. So now, data warehouse. So when we say data warehouse, again, there will be a conflict between these two terminology, data lake and data warehouse. So data warehouse is also a centralized repository that stores structured data. So you can see the structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So what does this actually mean? Structured data is something which is having a defined structure, or which can be confined within rows and columns. Maybe you can take example of an Excel sheet, spreadsheet, some database tables where you have rows and columns, maybe a data extension object. All these things are having a structured format. So that is structured data. And maybe what is semi-structured data? Semi-structured data is it's not completely confined within a rows and columns, but still it is having some structure. Let's say maybe an HTML, maybe XML, and some web pages. These things are considered as semi-structured. Then coming to unstructured. Unstructured is like files, maybe a PDF file, Word document, image files, some call recordings, and sometimes call recordings is also considered as a semi-structured file. It depends on the situation and where you are using that particular terminology. So as of now, I'll consider that as unstructured data itself. So you can keep these type of data within this data lake, data warehouse, and data lakehouse. So coming back to the topic, like the definition of data warehouse, it's actually a centralized repository that stores structured and semi-structured data for the purpose of reporting and analysis. That is the main purpose. Okay. The data flows in the form of variety of sources, such as point of sale systems or business applications and relational database. So usually this is a cleaned structure and standardize. Everything is like before hitting that data warehouse, you will have a clean data available. So that is how data lake, data warehouse are differentiated. And coming to data lake house, this is a combination of data lake and data warehouse, because as you can see, it can store or it can accommodate structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. Then coming to the purpose, as I said, you can use data warehouse related data for data analytics. And maybe if you're using a Power BI, you can use these data warehouse related things there. And it is limited to particular problem solving. Whereas data lake is applicable for machine learning and AI related tasks. And as you can see, it's having semi-structured and structured data. Wherever you want to analyze this type of data or maybe process that data, you can make use of data lake. Then acid compliant. So what is this terminology acid? So if you are from a data background or a data analytics background, you know what is acid and what is the full form of it. But if you are very new, and then you should understand this topic. So this is more or less like a what we have in marketing, like a can spam. So similar to that, there is some set of rules that is followed when you are working on a database. So what is this acid stands for? Acid is like atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Okay, as the terms itself suggest what it means. So atomicity is like each transaction is treated as a single indivisible unit of work. Okay, then consistency, a transaction ensures that data moves from one valid state to another, maintaining data integrity and adherence to all predefined rules and constraints. Then isolation. Concurrent transactions are executed as if they were performed one after the other, preventing them from interfering with or corrupting each other's data. Then durability. Once a transaction is successfully committed, the changes are permanent and will be saved even if the system experiences a power failure or other system error. So that is what is acid compliant means. And data lake, data warehouse, and data lake house compliance is available or mentioned on this particular slide. And again, while working on any data platform, make sure whether the tool is acid compliant or not. So data lake is a non-acid compliant and it is having some data integrity issues. And coming to data warehouse, it ensures integrity of data. Then data lakehouse, it is an acid compliant and ensures consistency of data read and written by multiple sources. So here transaction, you can keep it like a flow of data and processing of data. Then cost of storage, data lake is cost effective and fast and flexible, and data warehouse is expensive and time consuming. Then data lake house, so it is cost effective, easy, allows for a lot of flexibility, reduced data duplication. Okay, so if we need to understand some common examples of data lake, um, or maybe an example of data in data lake, I think we already had some discussion on this, like social media data or some log files, those type of things you can keep. And maybe Azure related things you will come like some Azure products support data lake, and there are some products which support data warehouse as well. So it depends on your business. There are a big or a huge data available, or many examples available related to this. I don't wanted to um, bring any other brand names, maybe Azure, AWS. These are all some of the brands where you can think of data lake and data warehouse. But yeah, it depends on the situation where you are going to use them as data warehouse. So coming to data cloud topic, now answering our previous question, whether data cloud is a data lake, data warehouse, or a data lake house. So the answer here is, maybe I'll just pause for 1 or 2 seconds. Maybe by now you might have analyzed what data cloud is, right? So data cloud is a data lake house because it can process your data, whether it is in a structured format, semi-structured or unstructured format. And it can process your data, and it has some flexible storage, can be used for research, data analytics, and research. And then it is also asset compliant and cost effective, easy, allow for a lot of flexibility. Why it is cost effective? Because you are already having some external platform, and if you want to bring the data into data cloud, unify your data, pass it to some other platform, the initial charges, like there are some new concepts coming up, like I don't know, like how many of you know this zero copy, which I mentioned earlier to this session, that which is my upcoming session. So that zero copy is an architecture altogether, which will help you in bringing the external platform data into data cloud without paying any extra penny for those extra data ingestion. You already have some data in Snowflake or in Databricks, which you wanted to bring into data cloud, but the ingestion cost is zero. And if you already have data in your Salesforce CRM or any Salesforce related clouds, then ingestion of that data into data cloud is also free of cost. So with the recent release, these are all some of the updates that you can keep in mind, um, because of which that is stated as cost effective. Now coming to the main topic, objects in data cloud. So you might have come across these terminologies like DSO, DLO, DMO. But what is the full form of it? DSO is data source object, DLO is data lake object, and DMO is data model object. The original data, DSO means the original data source in its original file format. Okay, as soon as you are bringing some external data into data cloud, this particular DSO will help you in bringing that data as it is in its original format. Okay, this is a virtual one, and you might not see this anywhere, like whether DSO got created or not. That data will not be available for you, but it's a virtual one. But you are going to see the raw data. Then after that, there will be a transformation process where you can transform the data that you already brought from your external system, and that process we call it as data ingestion. And after transformation, whatever you are going to get as an output, that will be ingested into data lake object. So these things will happen within fraction of seconds, or based on the frequency that you are going to set up. So this data lake object is a permanent storage one. And after this data lake object is created, you are going to work on harmonization, which is like a data modeling, data transform, and data mapping. So like data modeling, data transform, and data mapping, we might be discussing this in our next session. So stay tuned for that. This is where you are going to connect your external data to customer 360 data model, which is the core data model of data cloud, which will help you to bring the similar structure to all the external data sets. Okay, So that is harmonization. And then we have data model object, which is a DMO. Maybe this is the most widely used terminology in data cloud. So there are different DMOs available, and there are more specific DMOs available for data cloud itself. This is actually a virtual view of the processed data. Okay, I mean to say it's not the end result, but still the processing happened after mapping, after connecting your external data to customer 360 data. Whatever you are going to get as an output, that will be considered as data model object. Okay, so then we'll see what is data stream. Okay, so data stream is like a bridge. If you are following me from my previous sessions, you know we have discussed about data stream earlier. So data stream is like a bridge which is going to establish the connectivity with your external platform. Okay, only after data stream you might see the objects getting created, but first of all you are going to ingest that data from various enterprise data sources. And for most of the data sources that you already have seen, there are connectors, there are out of the box connectors. When I say out of the box, it means like inbuilt connectors available for you, around 200 to 250 plus connectors available within data cloud to establish connection. Okay, so apart from that, you can also bring in CRM data. You can also ingest CRM data, and you can also upload your own file if you have any. And if you have a data kit, you can ingest your data kit. And yeah, these are all some of the things that you can do. And connectors are available to many common applications, and data can be streamed, scheduled, or made available using zero copy capabilities, which I told earlier, like what is zero copy. Then connectors allow you to connect unstructured data files from your blob storage system. A data cloud doesn't copy the files, but instead extract their metadata to use when making their contents searchable across vector database. So again, if you are an architect, I would suggest you to go through this previous article which I had mentioned here, this one, like where you will understand in detail about what is this particular process is all about: data source object, data lake object, data model object, and how the data storage happens in data cloud. Everything is detailed here in this particular article. Okay, coming to data object type, like we usually call this as categories. So once you are ingesting your data from any external platform, you can divide that data into any of these three categories. Either it can be a profile data or an engagement data or other data. So when we call that as profile data, when your data is a segment oriented data set, and it has details related to profiles like customer profiles, then we call that as profile data. Okay, then coming to engagement data is like a time series oriented, where you have something related to a time, like open data, click data, website related engagement. Those things will be considered as engagement data. Then other, maybe you are bringing in a product catalog, or you wanted to have some shipment details, but without date constraints, or without date and time related things, then those things are considered as other. Okay, so once you are setting up this category, it is once for all. After that, you cannot change anything in the data stream. So again, while working on data cloud, this is the practice that you should keep in mind, that first of all, you need to have a blueprint, what you are going to do end to end, from the beginning to the end. What are all the steps that you are going to follow? You should have the proper implementation plan in hand before starting, because there are some situations which cannot be deleted later. There are some connectivities which you will be not able to delete once it is created. So there will be connectivity established, as we saw earlier, like DSO, DLO, DMO. So if you want to delete a DLO once it is created, you need to do it before you are mapping the data, before a DMO gets created. Once DMO gets created, maybe deleting DLO becomes difficult. You need to go and delete DMO first and then come to DLO, delete it, and then if you want to delete DSO, you can delete. And only then the data stream can be deleted, or the initial data which you are going to select, source application can be deleted from data cloud. So this connectivity is like a chain. Okay, if you are breaking one thing, it cannot be broken at the mid. You should follow the process, like whatever goes first, that cannot be deleted first. Okay, so keep in mind this particular thing, that while working on data cloud, very, very important. If any architects or consultant watching this video, keep in mind that data cloud, you're going to plan it well before starting the project. Then data field types. So what are all the fields supported by data cloud? I think most of you know what this field is. And as we already know, data cloud is like an cloud which initially began to support marketing cloud environment. So that is where most of the data fields which you are seeing here is compatible with marketing cloud data fields. Okay, starting with text, more commonly used, stores any kind of text data. It can contain both single byte and multi-byte characters that the locale supports. So if you are new to this terminology, locale is something that is connected to the language in the region and also the country from where it is. So in like in US they will be using English, in UK they will be using English. So you can see US hyphen en. So these type of things are considered as locale. Okay, number stores numbers with a fixed scale of 18, that is like a fixed scale, and a precision of 38. Okay, scale represents the number of fractional digits. Precision represents the count of digits, regardless of the location of the decimal point. Okay, so this number can hold your decimal value. And it can also keep a normal integer value, but if usually it stores a decimal value, so you can keep it as 00. Then date. So date, as everyone know, holds the calendar date without a time part or a time zone. Okay, it depends on the tool settings. While you are setting up your like org, you need to see which particular time zone you are reflecting. Based on that, all your data mapping and everything will be reflecting the same time zone. Okay, so here you might not see any time zone related variations, but it depends on your tool setting. If the incoming data record includes time part for field configured as type data, type date, the time part is ignored because it is a date field. It will not hold time related things. For time related, you have a dedicated field type, that is date time. This stores instant in time expressed as a calendar date and time of the day. Okay, if you have some source data which you want to ingest into data cloud, maybe like with the format, date, and also with some time attached to it, then you are going to use date time field type. um, okay, email stores email addresses, and the email data type is modeled on text data type. Okay, modeled is like on top of what particular data field type this email was derived. Okay, so it was derived on top of text data type, and you can use any valid text value for ingestion into an email data type field. Data Cloud doesn't validate the format. So keep in mind, it will not validate whether this email is a proper email or not. Okay, whatever you are bringing in as an text format, that will be considered here as an email address. Then percent. This stores percentage value, and this is modeled on number data type. Only valid numeric values are accepted for ingestion into percent data type field. Then phone number. This stores phone numbers. Data Cloud doesn't validate the format of the phone number. Okay, the phone data type is modeled on the text data type. Any valid text value is accepted for ingestion into a phone data type field. Then URL, this stores URL value. Data Cloud doesn't parse or interpret the ingested URL value. It also doesn't validate the value for correctness. Data Cloud doesn't store any metadata related to the URL. So you should keep in mind while bringing in the data into Data Cloud, maybe there should be some pre-processing that you are going to do, whether you're bringing a right set of data or not. Those things you are going to check well in prior. Okay, maybe we are in the last step, like to understand the data ingestion flow. And we discussed about data stream already, like it's an entity that can be extracted from a variety of data source systems where data resides. So these are all some terminology that you should keep in mind while working on Data Cloud. That is, data stream is where it's like a bridge that gets connected between Data Cloud and the external platform from where you want to bring the data. Okay. Then data space. Data space is like a business unit for marketing resources where you can partition your data based on regions, based on geographic locations, brands, like that. You can differentiate your data space. And again, you can segment your data based on data space. And whatever objects we saw, that objects can also be separated based on the data space. And you can see that data space entire block is in a different color, and all the internal things are also confined to a data space. If you are having multiple data space, you can just see the duplicate versions of it or similar structure in a multiple copy version of it. Okay, so data source object, that will be in the original format. It's nothing but an ingested data of the raw data that is available in your source application. Then formulas, ways to perform minor adjustment at the time of ingestion. Like if you want to do some minor changes, like if you want to bring data only if the country equal to US, or if you are keeping some format, some specific format, and if the source data is not coming in that format, then you can do that formatting also through formulas. And there are different types of formulas that you need to think of, like keep in mind, like it depends on the primary keys, and it depends on the pick list value. Pick list is like a drop down that you can think of, and here you will be using if else statements as well. Like let's say if source values maybe um, like let's say something like spend related. If source field spend is greater than 1,000, assign them to a platinum badge. And if it is below 1,000, then attach them to a gold badge. So those type of things will be available for you, based on which you can, again, you are going to analyze the formula first, what formula to add. Based on that, you are going to set up this particular section. So it depends on the data that you are ingesting. Not always formulas required. It's optional, but still, if you wanted to transform your data, you can use formulas. Again, maybe if you want to bring a proper case to your first name, last name, then also you can go with the formula and make it proper case. Okay, so these are all some different types of formulas that you can think of. Like it can be based on a primary key or some pick list values, as I told, platinum, gold, silver, like that. And standardization based on like field like first name, last name, those type of things. And coming to transformation, bulk and streaming transformation, again this is also an optional step. It depends on your need, whether you need to transform your data. What it is going to do, streaming is like a real time, near real time. uh, your data transforms, reads one record in a source data lake objects, reshapes the record data, and writes one or more records to a target data lake object. Okay, the source and target objects must be different objects, and a streaming data transform runs continuously as a streaming process, picking up new or changed data. So if you think of something like join, my if you are from marketing cloud engagement background, and if you have worked on um, SQL queries, you know what is joins. And you might have come across union. You have two different table and you want to combine them together. Those things also you can do with transformation. And that is streaming transformation for near real time. But if you want to go with a batch data transform to create a repeatable series of operation to transform your data and load it into a target for further usage, then you can do that with batch data transform. Okay, this does a full refresh of data and can use multiple source objects, can be used with DLOs and DMOs. Okay, so again, there are various steps to do it, and like we do have something known as calculated insights. So that calculated insight is different and this transformation is different. So this is one such question that everyone asks, whether calculated insight and transformation are one and the same. No, it is not. Both are different. And data lake object and data model object, again, once you have done your formulas and transformation things, you can now create a data lake object and then data model object. Again, without formula and without transformation also, you can directly start with ingesting your source data and create a data lake object and then a data model object. Okay, but this said, we'll now jump into uh, platform. And we are in the platform where you can see um, data cloud, and maybe we did have a navigation video earlier. If you have not watched it, please go and check it out, where we have discussed about data cloud, different features, and maybe all these things, whatever you are seeing in the nav bar has been discussed earlier. So, part of today session, we'll be discussing about a data stream. So this is the data stream section where you can see a different type of data connector and the data stream name and when it was last run and the type of data stream, and whether it is active, inactive, then when it was last processed, total records, last refreshed, those things can also be seen here. So first of all, if you're creating it for the first time, you just need to click on this new button and you can see all the connected sources and all the other sources as well. As I told earlier, you can bring in CRM data, file upload, or any data kits. And again, if you're having any external platform which is not supported in the inbuilt connectors, then you can also bring the data via API. And the API that we use in Data Cloud is known as ingestion API. And I'm using an STO, which is a demo org, provided only for partners. So again, here you can see both the generally available and beta version of all the connectors. But if you are working for a client account, production account, then you might not see all these data stream connectors available. It depends on your license and what are all the connectors that is already available, like that is generally available. Beta version related connectors will not be visible for you. So you can see A to Z related all the source available for you. Based on your requirement, you can just select that particular option. Let's say if I want this one, I just need to see the information, whether use the MuleSoft Anypoint platform and their Azure Cosmos DB connector to push data to Data Cloud using their Salesforce Data Cloud Anypoint connector. So this is what it is saying. And maybe if I want to use this one, again it is also dependent on something here, like ask your Data Cloud admin to enable beta connectors. Again, as you are working on STO, this is one thing to note: you should you should enable beta connectors in the feature manager. But again, if you are already having something which is not supported by MuleSoft Anypoint connector, then you can directly select that. Okay, so you can see many what to say applications available here from A to Z. Right, so whichever you feel like, whichever data you want to bring in, you can definitely bring in here and work on it. Okay, so now we'll see like CRM, Salesforce CRM. Once I select Salesforce CRM, I can see like bundles and object. These are like if you have multiple set of data sets together, and if you want to just do a package of it, that is what a bundle, maybe in a layman's language or maybe any easy understandable language I'm telling, but that would not be the right definition. But just to make you understand, um, if you want to bring all multiple objects together, then you are going to do a bundle and then pass it over here like a bundle of objects. So if I want to bring in knowledge objects, everything related to knowledge, I can just use of make use of this particular bundle. And I do have something on Marketing Cloud also, like marketing account engagement related. Loyalty management is also now part of Marketing Cloud SKU. So you can also use these type of objects into um, Data Cloud. And you can see some custom bundles added over here, like email, events, flows, unified messaging consent, marketing setup general, some voice calls, video calls, WhatsApp add-on general. So these things are added based on your license, based on your cloud purchase and the license related to it. If you are using Marketing Cloud related, then SMS add-on, WhatsApp add-on, unified messaging consent, all these things are custom bundles for you that you can bring in. And then view objects. If I click on view object, each and every object will be available for you, whichever you feel like, whichever you need, those objects you can manually select. If you know the name of the object or some keywords, you can just give a keyword and select it manually. And you can see there are around 3,177 objects available. Okay, and whether it is a custom object, standard object, those things also visible for you. And once this objects, whichever object you want, once you select that, maybe for now I will select something here. Let's see which one to bring. Okay, I'll choose sales here. If I select sales, you can see a standard data bundle which holds account, contact, lead, opportunity contact role, and user object included. Okay, so these are all the objects or standard objects part of this sales data bundle. And if you want to manually choose, the other option you need to go, like you need to go and use this view objects and select the objects whichever you want. And this is the bundle related. What I selected now, it's a bundle related one. So whatever we discussed today, the data, object related, categories, type, everything is part of data stream. Okay, we do have other concepts. So we whatever we discussed today, it was completely related to data stream. Okay, so you can see the sales objects available here, and all the related fields, whichever is part of the data bundle, auto selected, that is available. But on top of it, you can see some fields which is not selected. If you feel these fields are required for something on data cloud, some processing on data cloud, you are going to select it. Otherwise, you can leave it as it is. Okay. See, there are many fields which is not being selected, which is not going to be ingested into data cloud. And if I go and select contact, there are like around 69 standard fields. Um, and you can see some of them getting ticked mark and some of them are not. It depends on your requirement. Okay, 55 fields are selected out of 69. Then custom fields. Again, if you are having any custom fields within your contact object, you can see those fields here and you can select. Again, formula field. If you have any formula field, you are going to bring in here, or you can also go and create a new formula field. Okay, if you remember, we discussed about three different types of formula fields. Like it depends on the primary key, it depends on the standardization, and it also depends on maybe a pick list value. Those things you can do over here. You have options like conversion related and date related. See, conversion means maybe whenever you want to change the format, or the source that you are getting is in some different format and you want to make it a different format, and maybe the source system that you are bringing in doesn't have an unique identifier. You need to create some unique identifier, then you can use this uuid. Then date format, again, the source system whatever you are bringing, maybe you need to truncate that value, or you need to bring one particular field with the date difference, or add current date and time. So those type of things you can do with date operations. And you can see many things over here. Again, behind the scenes, it works on sql, but front end everything is like something easily configurable. Okay, if I just select if, say for now I'll show you, like if I just select if, it will show if condition result, if true, result if false. Okay, if I just give apply function, you will see this editor auto populated with the function format. You just need to give the condition and whether it is true or false. Okay, true comma false, and the condition maybe like if country equal to US, and like for now I'll simply give, they it might throw error, but we'll see. See, these are all the fields which we discussed earlier. Maybe currency we did not discuss, that is the normal currency format, like rupee, dollar, euro, those things. Okay, maybe for now I'll keep my output as text itself. See, once you fill the mandatory fields, then you will see this test value validated. So you just need to give test. So as I told, it might not work because in my source data, I did not have this option available. So we'll see something else. Let's see today. Apply function. I will remove everything. Okay, see that today's date is September 25th, so the time is not visible, but date is visible and it is taking text format. So if I want to see date format and if I want to test it, you can see the date format available. So again, it depends on your requirement, how you want to use this particular functions available here in um, formula formula fields you can set up. Okay, so you also have attributes. Maybe if you want to bring in any particular attribute and if you want to transform that particular attribute, you can do it over here. Okay, for now I don't want this field, so I'll just click on back, and maybe whatever fields is auto selected or default, that is okay for me. So I'll go to next, and you can see for each and every object you will have this type of fields auto selected. You can go and check whichever field you want. No need to use every field which is auto selected. It depends on your requirement. Okay, this is just like a summary tab for you to understand about data stream, whether you have configured it correctly or not. Okay, so we have two things here. One is refresh mode and another one is data space filters. So we'll understand what is this before deploying. Like data space filters let you determine which records from the data lake object are available in the context of data space. Okay, like which record from the data lake object are available. Like as we discussed about data space, maybe if I want to bring in separated data related to US, UK separately, I can do that with data space filters. Okay, I want only data coming from US. In my source system, I have data of different regions, but I want only US related data. Then I can bring in the data over here. Then what is the refresh mode? This is more or less like insert upsert options that we were doing, and maybe the data action that we were performing in the SQL query activity in marketing cloud. Similar to that, this refresh mode will help you in refreshing your data ingestion, whether it needs to be refreshed on a daily basis. Those type of things, it is going to happen. As this is Salesforce related data, like it is automatically using upsert as a refresh mode. Okay, so after initial data ingestion, you can opt to replace only the fields for which new data was received. Okay, so that is partial refresh, or to replace the entire record with the data received, that is incremental refresh. So when refresh mode is incremental, existing value can be replaced by blank values. Okay, so you can just click on deploy, and this setup is only for standard Salesforce related bundle, but for all the other different data streams, there is different approaches. There are different set of instructions that you need to follow, and whatever we discussed today on the formula, data fields, all these things are common for other uh, tools also, but the initial data stream connectivity is different for each and every um, application. Okay, so once this is created, you will see the data connected type as Salesforce CRM, and you will see like data got ingested and the success of it and how many records got ingested. So if I just open account home, you will see this is like the data stream available, and this is the ingestion. And as of now, we have not done any mapping as such. Okay, so this is still in the DSO stage. And if I go to DLO, I'll just go and check all data lake object. See the one which we ingested, that's not yet available. Let me quickly search once again. Okay, so you can see the older date here. So this is not the new one which we updated now. And you can bring in data from multiple Salesforce org as well. Okay, this is not always one single org that you can operate. You can bring in multiple Salesforce org into Data Cloud. And that's a different concept that is known as Data Cloud 1. Okay, so once this is done, once you start mapping in the backend, it is going to take some like 5 to 10 minutes time to create data lake object, and you can start mapping your DMO. And that would be our next session where we will discuss about DMO. Going to discuss about data modeling concept and data mapping related everything we are going to discuss. And now like end of demo, and these are all some of the resources that you can follow, and some experts to follow on LinkedIn and Twitter and or X. And this is one such important link that you can follow, that is salesforcedatacloud.hubs.vidyard.com. It will have the end to end every video and every detail related to data cloud. So please do go and check this particular site. This is very helpful. And with that said, whoever watched this particular session till now, thank you so much. And please do visit the channel again once I upload a new video. And again, nowadays I'm not much consistent due to some personal works. Maybe in future I'll try to upload more videos consistently. But I'm more active on LinkedIn, and also I'll be updating one post or one blog once a week on my website. So please do go and check my website for any details related to Marketing Cloud, engagement, and Marketing Cloud next. So with that said, thank you so much for joining this session and understanding data cloud objects. Thank you.